Yeah, hindsight is, oh my God, hindsight is 2020.
Yeah.
I'm on a roll.
Oh boy.
Um, Yikes. Okay, I'm sorry that I
No,
let
you're
that come out
fine.
of my
You're
mouth.
100% fine.
But anywho, uh, hindsight being what it is, no,
Yeah.
I definitely think you're right. And isn't it just like that where you think like in the moment, everything is terrible and everything is crashing down and nothing's going right or nothing's as it should be. And then if you just make it a little bit further, you're like, oh yeah, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was.
Hmm.
Um, and I'm a huge uh culprit of getting stuck in that mentality where I just have to keep trucking um in order to see the good because I tend to get a little overwhelmed at times. Um and I think even more so now, like after the pandemic, I would have told you before I was not somebody who suffered from anxiety. Um I definitely have gone through that period where I was going through that period.
Hmm.
Yeah, it was a lot.
I do want to congratulate you though, that even though yes, we were in the middle of the pandemic and a lot of the music stuff had stopped, the fact that you were able to, you're still able to balance a job plus your music plus just life in general is absolutely inspiring.
Oh,
I've
thank you.
I've seen your social posts where you're wearing, I'm not going to say the company you work for, but you're wearing your work attire and you're in the middle of a radio interview. I've seen
Yeah.
a few social posts posting that, and like you're on lunch or you're getting ready to go into work and you're just jumping off a radio
Like
interview, a podcast, or whatever it is. And it's like that seems to just be the life of a musician.
it is, you know, I mean, I don't let me be mistaken. Hindsight especially has definitely taught me to be grateful
Hmm.
to have kept my job because at the time I was just so frustrated. I was like, these people are coming into this place and it's not really essential. They're not coming in here for essential things. They're just wandering,
Yeah.
and then they're yelling at me for not letting them try on clothes and all this, ridiculousness. So in the thick of it, I was so bitter and hindsight, I was like, yeah, you know what? You really lucked out. Like you were so blessed to be able to keep a job and not have that fear um of if I was going to be able to make rent. I mean, that's a huge thing and it should not be taken for granted. So, yeah, thank you for saying that because that was definitely something I had to learn to see as well. So, I appreciate you reminding me of that.
For sure, for sure. And then, of course, working towards the album, what was kind of the record? What you obviously you were recording this through the last year and a half after you released the EP. But were we still kind of in lockdown situations when you started recording, or were we kind of clear when you started recording this album?
It was starting to ease off. I think we recorded back in November.
Okay,
So
yeah, we would have
we
been
we
pretty
took
clear.
yeah, we took a couple days. Everybody came into the studio and I remember there being some masks, some not. But yeah, I mean everybody was really generous and kind in the whole navigating.
Hmm.
Um but yeah, like I said, we took a few days and just recorded the whole thing within that span of like maybe 5 days tops. But I think the actual like heart of the recording happened in 3 days.